every country right now is facing some sort of problems. But my guests today have a special solution for Ghana. Please stay tuned. Africa at the House. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me on Africa at the House, Mr. Benedictus Ayite. I know you have so much to offer. You have so much to tell our audience, and I can't wait to learn so much from you. Please introduce yourself if you don't mind.
Oh, thank you for giving me this platform to let the voices of the unheard be heard to your viewers and to others throughout the world. And I appreciate it. And I thank God for your life, for the wonderful job you're doing. Keep it up. Yeah, I'm a financial consultant by profession. I'm based in New York.
Thank you so much. So the topic today is the origin of Ghana's problem and its solutions. This is a big topic.
What actually prompted this topic, which has been very dear to my heart, is what I've observed when I reached the realization of our underdevelopment after independence up to now, since Kwame Nkrumah left the scene. When you trace the history of underdevelopment, irrespective of, if you go to other countries all over the world, you see Ghanaians all over the various professions. They excel in all spheres of life throughout the world. Outside, what is wrong that we cannot harness that type of human resources to be able to develop our country? Looking at the developmental programs in Singapore, Switzerland, of late, UAE. And the unfortunate thing was that during the 1960s, Ghana's per capita income was higher than that of Japan.
Wow.
And Japan was a country which was bombed by US during the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombing issues in the world wars. And but they were able to come up, though our per capita is higher than that, and that of Malaysia. So Japan took a different path and then developed their human resources. They had a vision for their country. They were very nationalistic because they came here to come and get educated in electronics and other scientific fields to be able to go back to develop their country. Because that was what the leader of that country at the time impacted onto them that, hey, nobody is going to help us. Look at the devastation. Now these people, our enemies, are now turning our friends who wanted to give us an opportunity to redeem themselves. And that was how they were able to utilize their human resources, got trained here, went back, and they continue in that trajectory, and then came back to develop the country. And before America will get to know, Japan took them over in the field of electronics, and they were shocked. The same thing could have been done to us. But what happened? We all got involved in what? Coups, destabilizations, and those type of pull him down attitude. People will come from here and go back, and they would like to do something, but they'll be frustrated before they realize they got absorbed in that system, and whatever even they learn, they cannot practice it there. So that actually prompted me to start asking questions. What is the problem? What is the actual problem which has caused all these things? And I realized that the problem of Ghana is from the spiritual perspective. That is why I came out with that topic.
Wow, so this entails a lot.
After a lot of research and meditation, the Lord revealed to me the origin of the problem is purely from spiritual angle. Like when God wanted to create the world, before he did the creation, he did all those creation in the spiritual realm before he gives birth to it in the physical aspect of it, and provide laws and regulations to guide that type of its proper functioning. With regard to equating the same thing to Ghana's situation, before independence, things were moving all right when the British colonial people were there, and then after independence, Kwame Nkrumah took over and continued from there. Even those who attended Standard 4, they were getting jobs in various high positions, and they excel in various sectors without necessarily going to the university because of the level of discipline and law-abiding situations, and they were following the law until what happened was that Kwame Nkrumah, because he loved the country so much, he wanted certain things to be done. The way he was looking at the situations 10 years ahead of his time, his colleagues couldn't see eye to eye with what he was seeing. That was what happened to him, though the laws of the countries were being followed, which actually came to a point where the opposition, they were trying to kill him and those type of things. In order to stop that, he decided to bring certain laws and then found himself above the laws of the country. Unfortunately, I will use the word unfortunately because it wasn't his intention. Because if he knew that, oh, God himself, when he created the universe and everything, he put his laws above himself. As a situation in which your laws are distorted, you act anyhow, you create a hell on earth. So immediately, our president, unfortunately, found himself above the laws of our country. That caused the spiritual dislocation of the nation.
Wow.
But if he had known that, hey, I could have done this in a different way, not to derail my forward agenda for the development of Ghana in particular and Africa in general, he wouldn't have done it. Whereby he caused Preventive Detective Act, and it was like a one-sided parliament where they could pass any laws and nobody was accountable. Our laws were not being respected. So that caused dislocation in the spiritual foundation of the nation. Then after that, what followed was the coup, the Kotoka's coup of 1966, which continued from there. And then we had Buzia, and then Champok came back with another disturbance, destroyed the laws of the land. So those things gave birth to the degradation of the spiritual foundation of the nation up to now. Though the topic entails other sectors of the economy like education, agriculture, technology, and a whole lot of things. But the main point by which all those things are, the foundation of the country is destroyed is based on the spiritual aspect. And that's the cause of our underdevelopment.
The origin of Ghana's problem, you mentioned, is spiritual.
Because if you watch whatever we have to do to succeed on earth in any sphere of life, we have to look up to the Lord, because it is he the one who created us and put laws to guide and guide our actions. So we have to copy for him to be able to create that type of heaven on earth. If we do anything contrary, then we have ourselves to blame. So the problem of Ghana is self-made.
Self-made, and which is the spiritual dislocation of the foundation of the country.
Exactly.
And you mentioned something about if the country will succeed, we have to look up to God.
Exactly.
And I was just going to ask you, what, in your opinion, maybe we have a lot of solution to this spiritual dislocation. So if you can name, I know time is not on our side. You mentioned something about education and other sectors of the country that are also suffering.
Exactly.
But if you can name at least one solution, what would that be?
Yeah, thank you very much for such a brilliant question. The first solution to be able to deal with these gargantuan problems we've created for ourselves will be found in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, which shows the Lord told them, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves, pray and seek my face and turn away from our wicked ways, then I will in heaven will hear and heal the land. So that's the solution for us. The solution is found in this particular law of the Bible to be able to solve this problem. Upon that, after that, then we'll be in better positions to have a clarity of mind based on God's wisdom to be able to tackle the rest of the problems in the educational sector, in the agricultural sector, in all sectors of the economy.
The solution that the whole nation need to get involved in turning from their wicked ways.
Exactly.
The whole nation need to get involved.
Exactly. Set aside a day where they have to call the whole nation and declare a day of atonement for the whole nation, where everybody, we have to confess our sins and know and list all the evils that we've been, which is not helping us. Killing, cheating, stealing, politicians telling lies from left and right, deceiving people, pretend as if they are enemies on the surface. Or when they are before TV and those things, they create that sort of animosity as if they were pure, true enemies. And because the people don't realize that this is a game they are playing, they just follow them blindly and go and be fighting for them and consider other people with opposing views as if they are true enemies, which is not true. It's a game they are playing. They are lawyers. They'll go to court, they argue and all this. In the night, they'll go and sleep and they'll be there and then eating and drinking and they'll be laughing at you because you don't have that knowledge, sophisticated knowledge to dictate that these people are just playing game with you. So if you know those things, you only take positions which will be Ghanaian based, not political or any party affiliation based. No, positions that to move Ghana forward so that we all move forward. So that's the situation we face as a nation. So I'm only praying that the president and the whole country should get together in unity so that we'll be able to call a day of atonement for the nation. Everybody confesses on his own sins. And then we pray and then take a decision as a nation, as a community, as families, and all to desist from our evil ways and then seek the face of the Lord and the Lord heal us. And then we can start afresh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is there any final thoughts that you would like to tell the Ghanaian community living in Ghana or in diaspora?
My final word to Ghanaians living in the diaspora, we should try and form a network. Any type of division amongst those, we should put those things aside and get united in thoughts, words, and deeds and form networking. That we are fortunate to be here. So whatever opportunities we have, we should share among our network and also network with our people back home in a global format so that we're able to give them information they will need and realize that, look, we have one nation with a common destiny. Goals we have can only be achieved by us. We should stop and destroy and permanently damage our dependency mentality.
Wow.
All that we have to do is to get the knowledge and then God give us the wisdom to apply so that we're able to transform our country the way Rwanda is doing it now, using the Singapore model.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I like people who look to the future and have solutions. You come up with a solution for the country. There are so many countries that are going through pandemic today. Just the citizens in general are suffering to make ends meet. All right, some countries are able to give incentives to their citizens. Some are not able to even offer anything to them. And so I like to hear now, like the times that we live in, we want to hear solutions. And I am really glad that you have found this big topic and also have a solution to it, which is to seek the face of God, a collective people to seek the face of God. I think we will have to do another topic to cover up the other sectors, especially education. And I really appreciate you coming on the show today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay.
I thank you all for viewing, and we really want to hear from you. Please put your comment below and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching AfriCanada Hub. Bye-bye.
Bye.